Thank you for being here. Welcome. We are working on our posture these last couple of weeks, postural misalignments. For those of you on Zoom, I can show. And those of you that were here last week, you already know. This is called the upper crust and lower crust syndromes. When you have, when you walk with a hunchback and your neck is jutting forward, that's because you've got tight neck muscles back here, weak neck muscles here. When you walk with your bottom sticking out and your pelvis tilted forward, that's because of weak abs, weak glutes. So it's called a upper crust syndrome. You can take an X through your body here and an X through your body down here. And that's why they call it the crust syndrome. So you got weak abs, weak glutes, tight back, tight psoas, weak neck, tight shoulder, etc. So that's what we're going to do, all these things today to help fix our postural misalignments. And starting with our breath, tuning inward. Please sit up tall, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Get a rhythm to your breath. And for the next hour, tune inward to yourself. There's a Sanskrit term called pratyahara, which means sensory withdrawal, withdrawing your senses from the outside world and tuning into yourself. Deepen your breathing so that you feel the breath go all the way down to your belly. Slow, even breaths. As you're sitting upright, think about your posture while you're breathing. Make sure your head is directly on top of your shoulders. Make sure your spine is nice and long. Make sure that you have a neutral tilt to your lumbar spine. Relax the shoulders, open the chest. Breathe in positive energy all the way to every cell in your body. And then breathe out any negativity you might have in your body. Okay, please take one more deep breath at your own pace. Bring your breathing back to normal. And then let's please take a deep breath together and in. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. Thank you everybody for being here. So to start off with our postural alignment, we're going to work on our neck, our tight levator scapula, which is underneath the upper trapezius, which is the big muscle that goes from the base of your neck down to your shoulder blade. So sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, bring your shoulders back and down. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Exhale as you bring the shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale. A couple more rounds of the shoulders up, back, and down, up, back, and down. And then bring your shoulders forward and pause with your shoulders forward. Bring your left shoulder back into alignment. Keep your right shoulder forward. And then turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Keep the chin parallel to the ground. Several deep breaths here. Okay, keep your head where it is. Bring your right shoulder back into its normal position. And then tuck your chin down so that you're looking at a space above your right knee. So this is opening up the left side back of your neck. Inhale as you lift your chin, keep it in the same plane and bring the back of your head toward the back of your left shoulder. Exhale very slowly, bring your chin back down to where it was in front of the right shoulder. And inhale again, up as you bring your chin up, back of your head goes toward the back of the right shoulder, left shoulder. And then bring the chin back down in front of the right shoulder. Okay, now bring your chin up to neutral, so it's parallel to the ground. Take your left hand, bring it to your right thigh, take your right hand and scoot it behind you, propping it on the mat behind you as you keep turning your body to the right. And as you turn your body to the right, think about bringing your left ribs over to the right side of your body. And take several deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bring your head and body back to center. A couple more shoulder shrugs. Up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And then forward and pause with your shoulders forward now. And then we're going to take the left shoulder back into its place and turn your head, right shoulder back into its place. Turn your head to the left. So right now your chin is still parallel to the ground. Feel how the upper part of your shoulder blade is stretching here, as well as your neck. Take a breath in. Exhale, keep your head where it is. Bring your left shoulder back to where it belongs. Take a breath in. Exhale, dip your chin. Look at a space to the left of your knee. Inhale very slowly as you lift your chin, keeping the head in the same plane. Back of your head is going toward the back of your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin back down slowly in front of the left shoulder. Inhale, lift your chin, bring the back of your head again toward the right shoulder. And then exhale once more, bring the chin back, park it in front of your left shoulder. And now lift your chin so that your chin is parallel to the ground. Take your right hand, Turn your body, right hand goes on the left thigh, left hand behind you, coming into your spinal twist. Keep your chin level with the ground as you turn. Think about bringing your right ribs around to the left side of your body. Good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring everything back to center. Okay, change the cross of the legs. Do we have a bolster for Phil? Are you sitting on a bolster? Oh, you are? Okay.
I can get on the block too.
No, if you're comfortable, that's good. It's just,
No, I'm good.
okay. All right. Let's lace our fingers in front. Tilt our hands so that they're perpendicular. And then we're just going to do some tilts of our bird wings, I call this, just back and forth. So you're loosening your wrists and your elbows and your shoulders. Okay, pause in the center where your hands are about mouth level. And then bring your elbows down together in front. So keep your hands like in front of your face, mouth level. And then bring the elbows back up to shoulder height. Now keep your elbows where they are and then just lift the hands up and bring the elbows together in front of your face. And then come back down to level. And then once again, we're going to drop the elbows down, keep the hands at chin level. And then once again, bring the elbows back up. And now we're going to keep the elbows shoulder height as we bring them together and raise the hands up. And then back to neutral. And then release. Inhale, reach up with your arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, as you grab opposite elbows, get the right hand on top of the left hand. And then just push your arms back as far as they'll go. Try to keep the neck soft here. Don't crunch up the neck. So even though your arms are up, push your collarbones down and make your neck soft. Try not to overarch your back here. Nice neutral spine. Okay, leave your left arm up where it is. Let your right hand float down beside your hip. And you're going to just continue bending your body laterally to the right. Bring the left shoulder back, look up, and breathe. So your palm is facing down. Inhale, pull yourself back up, and then the arm comes back down. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hug elbows, this time left arm on top of right. Bring the arms back behind the ears as much as you can. Open the chest, keep your neck soft. And now keeping your right arm up where it is, you let your left hand drop down to the hip. Right arm stays beside the ear and just push the fingertips over. Push down on your right sit bone. Bring the right shoulder back and look up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down. Okay. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring your right ear toward your right shoulder. Let your left hand float out to the side. Push the fingertips away to feel the enhancement of the stretch in your neck. Take a couple of breaths here. Your face is forward. And then bring your hand in, head back to center. Inhale, lift the crown of your head up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Right arm floats out, push the fingertips away. And then back up to center. Inhale, crown of your head lifts up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Right hand floats out, pushes the fingertips away. Inhale back to center. Crown of the head goes up. Exhale, right ear, left ear to left shoulder, right fingertips go away. And then head comes back to center. Take your fingers, lace your fingers, and then cup the back of your head. So maybe your thumbs will nestle like on the base of your skull. And then you're gonna see if you can like lift your skull up as if you were lengthening your neck. And then bring your elbows back as far as they will go. Push your head into your hands. Breathe. And then come back upright. Release. And then please come onto your backs with your heads facing toward me. If you're live, if you're at home, you can face whatever you want. And we'll work on the bottom half of our postural misalignment, which is weak abs and weak glutes. So once you're lying on your mat, bend your knees and place your feet hip-width distance apart. Relax your head, relax your shoulders down. Bend the knees. Relax the head down. I'll be very specific in my instructions, so you don't have to look at me. All right. Right now, feel where your back is on the mat. You should have a neutral spine, which means there's going to be a little bit of space between your lumbar, lower back, and the mat. So hope everybody feels that. That's your neutral spine. We're going to do some pelvic tilts to loosen up our pelvic area. So a posterior pelvic tilt is now you're going to push your lower back into the mat. So you get rid of that space. That means your tailbone is going toward your feet and knees. And then come back to neutral spine and feel that lumbar curve return. Okay? Now we're going to do the opposite. You're going to arch your lower back and push your hip bones forward so that you have an exaggerated arch in your lower back. This is the anterior pelvic tilt. And then come back to neutral. Okay, we'll do that again. So start with the neutral. Inhale. Exhale, push your back into the mat. Get rid of that space. Tuck the tailbone. This is what I call tucking the tailbone. And then come back to neutral spine. And now the little pelvic tilt forward. So now you're going to put that big arch in your lower back as the hip bones go towards your knees. And then come back to neutral. Okay, so those pelvic tilts are very important to know as we go through the rest of the practice today. Starting with, right now, keep your back neutral. Raise your right leg up into the air. Keep your left foot on the mat. Good. We're going to lower our leg slowly. And as we do so, we're going to push our back into the mat so you get rid of the space in your lumbar curve. All right, we'll do it together on a count of 5 slowly. Inhale. Exhale, push your back into the mat so you're tilting your pelvis and lower the leg. 2, 3, don't come all the way down. 4, 5, hover before you hit the ground. And then inhale back up slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now release your back. Come back to a neutral spine briefly for a break.
Leg stays up, but then
Leg stays up. And now you inhale. Exhale, push the back into the mat. Leg lowers on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover above the mat. And then slowly inhale back up. Keep your back pushed into the mat. Raise the leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the leg up. Release your back. Now, keep the right leg up as you extend your left leg long on the mat. And we'll do the same exercise. This is going to be a little more on your abdomen area. So really exaggerate the tilt of the pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, push the low back into the mat, lower the leg on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover. And then raise the leg back up on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your back, keep your leg up. Inhale. Exhale, push the back into the mat, lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hover. And then raise it back up on the count of 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. And we'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale, push the back into the mat, tilt the pelvis as you lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hover. And then inhale slowly up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then bend both knees, hug them into your chest, release the spine. So I know it's hard to remember the terminology, anterior pelvic tilt and posterior pelvic tilt. So instead, I say things like arch your back, that's the anterior tilt, and tuck the tailbone, that's the posterior tilt, so that you know what my terminology is, because it's easier to see that in your mind. All right, do the other leg, both feet on the mat. Raise the left leg up, keep the right knee bent to start. Neutral spine, inhale. Exhale, push the back into the mat, tuck the tailbone as I lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the back, keep the leg up. Inhale. Exhale, push the back down, lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, hover. And then back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the back, pause. Extend the right leg now. Inhale. Exhale, push the back down as you lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. And then up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release the back. Now I want to say something very important. Only lower your leg as far as it can go without having your back pop off the mat. Once you feel like your back is popping off the mat, you stop wherever you are and don't lower your leg anymore. Okay, inhale. Exhale, push the back down, lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the back. Inhale. Exhale, push the back in, lower the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the back. Bend both knees. Hug both knees into your chest. Okay. Now, both feet come to pointed to the ceiling. Flex the feet. Now, this is very, very important. You don't have to bring your legs far down for this to work. So only come as far down. This is going to be much more difficult than one leg. Only come as far down until you feel your back try to lift off the mat, and then you have to stop there. So neutral spine to start. Push the back into the mat, and then start lowering. 2, 3, 4. And you stop wherever you feel your back come off the mat and pause there for a breath or 2. And then slowly come back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Neutral spine, release the back. Okay, everybody good? I don't hear anything, so it must be all right. Inhale, push the back down. Exhale, lower the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop wherever you feel your back try to pop up. Pause there, and then raise up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the back, neutral spine. Just one more. Inhale. Exhale, push the back in, lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause wherever you are so that your back stays on the mat. And then up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze them in, hug them, and roll around on your spine. Release everything. Yes, you will have those 6-pack abs somewhere underneath that flesh. That 6-pack is there. Okay, please roll on to one side. Come into table position, patting your knees accordingly. Have blocks available within your reach. Do you have blocks? Everybody has blocks, right? Okay, flat back. Think about a neutral spine right here with a flat back. That means you just have a little bit of curve in your lower back. Everybody's back is different. Tuck your toes, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, push into your cat back. So now you're going to reach your spine up to the ceiling, curling your spine, tuck the tailbone, posterior pelvic tilt, tuck the chin, push them out. You can feel your spine open, feel your shoulder blades separate. Now, as you inhale, untuck your toes, and slowly inhale through your nose as you allow your belly to drop down toward the mat. So now you're going to tilt your pelvis the opposite direction. Head comes forward, tailbone goes back. You have an arch in your back now. That's the cow. And then exhale slowly through your nose. Make it last as you sit your bottom all the way back toward your heels into a brief child pose. Inhale very slowly, making your breath last. Come into table. All right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Tuck your chin, bring your nose to your knee. So you're flexing your spine, tucking the tailbone. Pause here for a couple of breaths with a flexed spine. Inhale, kick your right leg straight back behind you, parallel to the mat. Lift your left arm into a balancing table. Good. Pause here for a couple of breaths. This is also core work, so we just warmed up our abdominals for this. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down, leg stays extended, but bring your toes back down behind you with an extended leg. Walk the foot all the way to the left, and then look over your left shoulder to see your foot. Cat looking at its tail. So feel how your right side is opening up now. Walk your foot back, and then continue walking it all the way to the right side of your body so it's perpendicular to your body. Toes facing forward. Plant weight into your left hand. Reach open to the right as you reach the arm upward, open the chest up. One more breath here. Exhale, hand comes down, leg stays out. Inhale, exhale, push into your hands, come on up to your knee. Bring your hands overhead, palms together. Starting gate. Take your right toes, point them away from you. Your foot can be flat on the floor, or you can have your foot raised. Either way is fine. Take your right hand onto this hip crease. Okay, left arm stays up beside the ear, and we're going to lean over toward the right. Try to keep your left shoulder back as far as you can, not bringing it forward. And if you can, even bring the shoulder back and look up. This is a variation of a gate pose. Okay, pull back up to center. Good. Hands come down, pivot your foot back forward, and grab your blocks. Now, we're going to walk our blocks to the right, and we're going to pivot onto our left knee, keeping our right leg in front of us, and then put one block on the outside of your leg, one block on the inside of your leg. Perfect. You gotta take your time getting there. Yeah. All right, so this is a half of a split. So stay here, relax your body, try to level your sacrum, and then just allow your chest to float down. Your leg is straight, but don't lock the knee. And then feel a nice stretch to the hamstring area and lower back. Okay, now bend your right knee, walk your blocks forward, and then line up your right knee over your ankle, patting your left knee according. That leg needs to kick out further to the side. More, even more. Yeah, there you go. So that you turn this way. Good. All right, so the right knee is directly above the ankle. Okay. Pad the left knee as needed, and then get light in your fingertips. And we're going to come up into Anjali Asana. So our arms are up, palms facing each other. Push the tailbone down toward the back heel. Yeah, good. Open the chest, lean backward, breathe. Now, open your arms in a T. Point your thumbs down. Push an imaginary curtain away. Clasp your fingers behind your back. And then just pull your hands down and out. Pull those shoulders down. The ears pull open the chest. And release. Bring the hands back to the blocks. Walk the blocks back to the front. Repivot back to table. David, sweetie, can you bring a knee cushion for Reddy? And maybe Jimmy. If you have two, bring two. All right. Back to table. Neutral spine. Inhale, flat back. Tuck the toes and exhale into your cat back. Arching the back, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, pushing the mat away, separating your shoulder blades. Suck the belly up. And then inhale very slowly, untuck your toes, drop your belly down, make the breath last. Bring your head forward, arch your back, tailbone back, and then just push your shoulders down toward the back of your mat as you do that. Good. And then exhale, come all the way back towards your heels with your bottom. Inhale slowly, back to table. Exhale as you bring your left knee in towards your chest. Tuck your chin, nose to knee. Stay here for a couple of breaths in this flexion of the spine. And then inhale, kick the left leg back, parallel to the mat, level your hips, And then the right arm comes up into our balancing table. Inhale, exhale, hand comes down, leg comes down, but leg stays extended behind you. Walk the foot all the way over to the right side of your body. Look over your right shoulder, cat looking at its tail, opening up the left ribs. Inhale. Exhale, bring the leg right behind you. Keep on walking it all the way over so that it's lined up with your knee on the left side of your body. Toes point forward, hand, weight comes into your right hand, left arm opens as you open your chest. One more breath. Exhale, hand comes down. Push into your hands, come on up to your knee, into starting gate. Pivot your left foot outward from your body. Toes can be up or down. Left hand comes into the hip crease, right arm beside the ear. And we're just going to lean over. Keep the right shoulder back. Look up if you can. The leg is straight but not locked. This is called Padidasana gate pose. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands come down. And grab your blocks. Okay. So now we're going to kick the left knee out as we walk, or excuse the right leg out. Pivot on the right knee, walk the blocks over to the left, and then bring one block on either side of the left leg into our half split here. So your foot is flexed, knees up, toes up, and your body is in alignment. Good. All right. Just use the blocks to help you just allow your chest to relax down. Try not to curl your spine here. Keep your head in line with your spine. Don't drop your chin. Bring your shoulder blades together on your back. So push the shoulders toward your back foot. Take any kind of hump out of your back. Keep the head up in line with the spine. So this is, when I say that, it's to fix our text neck. Well, everybody has a text neck these days because we're always texting, we're looking at our phone. So habitually we're dropping our chin. Keep the head up in line with the spine. I'm going to invent one of those things that holds the phone in front of your face. Not a good idea. Okay, walk the blocks forward as you bend your left knee, bringing the knee over the ankle. Your right leg is still behind you. Pad the right knee as necessary, and then we're going to get light in our fingertips, bring our arms forward and up overhead, palms facing each other, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Open the chest, lean back. Inhale. Exhale, arms come to a T, thumbs come down, point down. Push away an imaginary curtain, lace your fingers behind you. And now you know what I'm going to say. Relace your hands so the opposite thumb is on top. Pull the hands away and down so that you're pulling your shoulder blades together and down your back. And then lean back, look up. Release. Bring the hands back to the blocks. Walk the blocks back to the front of the mat as you repivot back to table. And then keep your hands on your blocks. We're going to come up to downward facing dog using blocks. I want you to take your ivory elbow, pull it around forward so that your shoulders roll out. I want you to see this. Ready? Can you see how I'm doing that? Yeah, good. Stay there with your upper body, tuck the toes, come into your downward facing dog. Make sure your blocks aren't slipping. So hips are way up in the air. Your spine is neutral here, but I want you to feel like you have an arch in your lower back, because otherwise you're going to have a posterior tilt, and we don't want that. So bend the knees a lot. Stick your butt way up in the air. Good. Squeeze the forearms toward each other. Good. Okay. And now with bent knees, walk up to your hands. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra with your hands. And then come into Tadasana Mountain Pose and pause for a breath or two. Line up the spine perfectly here. Think about a long straight line. Crown of your head down through your ankles. Head is right on top of the shoulders as if you were lying on the floor. Shoulders are down, chest is forward. Neutral spine, belly in, roll your thighs inward slightly. And then just take a couple of breaths here. This is a very active resting pose. And just think about how much you appreciate your body. Think about how much you appreciate your life. Be in the moment. Don't think about what we did. Don't think about what we're going to do. Be right here. Inhale, bring your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, palms facing each other. Exhale, sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana. So here, you're going to have a posterior pelvic tilt. Your tailbone's down, no arch in the low back. If your shoulders are bothered, your arms come in front of you. Okay, so it's less pressure on the shoulders. Look down, make sure you can see the tippy tops of your toes. Engage your abdominal muscles. And sit as deep in the chair as your body will allow. And pause for a couple of breaths. Head is in line with the spine. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your thighs. Straighten the legs. Flatten the back. Come into an L shape with straight legs but not locked. Push the shoulders to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Come all the way down. Either use your blocks right beside your feet or place your hands on the mat right beside your feet. So those new to yoga, I encourage you to use your blocks here. And then step your right foot back into a high lunge. So the alignment here is important, that your blocks or hands have to be on either side of the front foot, not forward of the foot, not behind the foot, just either side of the front foot. Okay, now keep your head in line with your spine. Push into your back heel. Try to have one long line from the crown of your head to the back heel. Good. And if you feel like you're reaching, just bring your blocks up another level higher so that you take any hump out of your spine. Okay, one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back to a full plank, with or without blocks. Full plank, one straight line, top of your head to your heels. Pause, really engage your belly muscles here. Engage your quads here. Engage your glutes here. Okay, bring your knees down to the mat. Shift your weight forward, your chest forward, so that your chest is between your upper arms. And then push your shoulders down and back as you bring your chest forward like a pigeon. Your knees can be down or the knees can be up. Okay, push back to table. Tuck your toes and lift your hips to downward facing dog. With blocks if you're using blocks. Inhale, kick your right leg up behind you. Exhale, swing it up between your hands or pick it up and put it there. Good. Keep on going. And then step up with the opposite foot. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Okay, once again, tailbone down, belly in, thighs parallel to each other. Arms either up beside your ears or in front. Neck is nice and long. Get as deep in your chair as you can. You should be able to see the tops of your toes. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to your thighs, and then straighten your legs, flatten your back into an L shape. Push the tailbone back, push your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands down to blocks or mat right beside your feet. Inhale, exhale, left foot steps back to high lunge. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. Your right knee should be directly over the right ankle. Good. Your hips are level and back is flat. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps back to plank, full plank, with or without blocks. Lift your quads, engage your glutes, your butt muscles. Keep your head in line with the spine. Inhale. Exhale, knees come down. Good. Shift your chest forward between your upper arms, upward facing dog. So shoulders come down and back. Head, neck is nice and long. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between your hands or blocks, or pick it up and put it there. Good. Inhale, exhale, step up. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Pause into Tadasana, mountain pose. Line up the spine, reset your body. Think about as if you were lying on the mat, how straight your spine would be. Perfect posture. Okay, we're going to do a little balance. We're going to do tree pose today. So this is, most of you know where you're going. I'll show you. I'm going to pick one leg to stand on. And it really requires a lot of core strength and posture to do a tree pose. Opposite knee gets kicked out to the side, okay? And then you're going to bring that foot either into the ankle, the calf, or into the inner thigh. And then your hands can go here, or here, or here. Now, I always say there's no cheating in yoga. So if you want to use a wall or the rail or a post or something to help you balance, that's perfectly okay, because it's better to get help with your balance than not be able to balance at all. And just breathe and relax. Soft eye gaze. And whenever you're ready, you can release. Shake your body out. And then switch legs. So again, if there's a doubt about your balance, I encourage you to use something to help get into the balance. It's better to do that than not balance at all. Opposite knee gets kicked out to the side. Whenever you're ready, you know what to do. Find your focal point, relax, don't rush it. You never can rush balancing. And some days are better than others. Bring your hands wherever you want them to go. you're ready, shake that out. There's an unknown caller, by the way, if anybody knows who unknown is.
She keeps calling me.
Okay, back to the front of your mats into Tadasana. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees, and then fold all the way back down. You can use your blocks here or not to step back into downward facing dog. And then bring your knees down to the mat. And then sit back to child pose. Resting your head briefly on something, whether it's a block, mat, bolster. And then please slowly push up and then come onto your backs with your head facing toward me. And then bring your arms overhead, palms facing up, the back of your hands come, if they can come all the way down to the floor above your head, bring them all the way down. Yeah, good. Full body stretch. Legs are long. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees and bring your arms down and hug the knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Curl your spine up. Bring your forehead towards your knees. And then slowly curl your spine back down. Resting your head back down onto the mat. Release your knees. Bring your feet back to the mat. And then very briefly, bring your arms to a T. Palms facing up. And allow your knees to fall to the right. Look to the left. And then knees back to center. And then knees fall to the left. You look to the right. And then knees back to center. And then extend your legs long and get into your Shavasana relaxation pose. Focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Soften your belly, soften your chest. Release tension in your neck, shoulders, and jaw. Unclench your teeth, unstick your tongue. Relax your eyes and your forehead. Please relax your mind. Let your thoughts float by like fluffy clouds. And allow yourself to have a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breathing as you make small, gentle movements to wake up your body. And now please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we are sealing off the masculine side of our body, which is hot, bright, fiery, and exposing the feminine side of our body, which is cool, dark, calm. And that calmness will carry us for the rest of the day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push to seated. And please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher, Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. And Jai Yogis. Jai, Jai.